Welcome to the Drum Set Shrink podcast. My name is Stefano Ashbridge, and this is a show about the challenges that come with playing the drums and what you can do about them so you enjoy your drumming journey. Visit drumlessonsinla.com for online and in-person drum coaching. I'd like to talk about some tips for going into the recording studio. If you're not experienced with recording, I think these tips will help you to have a productive session and also save you some time in the studio. The two main things are preparation and communication. I think it's helpful for everyone involved to be clear on exactly what you're hoping to accomplish when you go to record. Are you recording 2 songs for a demo? Are you recording a whole album for public consumption? When you know the big picture of what you're trying to do, you can work backwards and decide specific things like, will you record the whole band at the same time or one instrument at a time? If it's one instrument at a time, will you be recording the drums with the other musicians playing with you, or will you be recording to a scratch track, or will you be recording with just a click? The reason to get this straight is because things always take longer than you would expect, and you want to budget the time for doing specific things. Even coordinating times to load in, setting up the drums, miking the drums, getting levels, getting sounds, and recording. Also, what gear are you expected to bring? And what condition is the gear in? I know drummers that have really old drums with old drum heads on it, and it sounds great, and they've never changed the head. But in general, microphones can pick that stuff up, so I would recommend putting new heads and tuning them up before you enter the studio. Some studios have drums and percussion there already, so you'd want to consider if you're comfortable using that. If you're not so good at tuning, you may consider hiring a drum tech to tune the drums for you. I'll include a link in the show notes to an article about getting your drums ready for the recording studio. As far as preparation, practice the songs that you're going to go in to record if you know them ahead of time. Even if you don't know which songs you'll be recording ahead of time, you can practice recording in general. If you don't have any recording gear, you can just pull out your phone and record yourself and listen back and analyze how you're doing. If you'll be recording with a click, practice that as well. Record yourself and see how well you do. I'm a big proponent of charting out songs so I know exactly the form and what comes next and how many measures to play for each section. There are things that trip you up when you're trying to record in the studio if you're not used to it. It's different than rehearsing or playing with a band at your rehearsal space because you're aware that your performance is being recorded and will be analyzed shortly thereafter. So the more prepared you are and the more communication there is with everyone involved, the smoother the recording session will go. Thanks for listening. Visit drumlessonsinla.com for online and in-person drum coaching. Till next time.